Welcome y'all to Robin on the Farm. Today I'm making a loaf of classic cinnamon raisin bread in just 1 hour. This is an awesome one to make. It is so delicious and so quick to make. So I'm making it for my family today and I figured I'd just bring you along and show you how I make it. To get started, you're gonna want a half a cup of lukewarm water. You want this to be about 100 to 110 degrees. So make sure it's nice and warm. Add that right on into the bowl of your stand mixer. Now, I'm using my Nutrimil Artiste mixer. You can use a Bosch, a Zacme, a KitchenAid, anything that you want to use. I'm making 1 loaf today, but I'll also leave you the recipe for 2 loaves if you'd rather make 2 at a time. This one freezes great. So after your half a cup of lukewarm water, now you want 1/3 cup of lukewarm milk. Just put that right on in there. Now, I like to use whole milk in my baking, but you can use skim milk, a lower fat milk, a milk alternative. Any of those will work just fine in this recipe. Next, I'm going to add some honey. I'm going to use this wildflower honey. You can use any kind of honey that you want, or you can use maple syrup. You can even use sugar, brown sugar. Any kind of sweetener will work just fine in this recipe. But you're going to want 3 tablespoons of honey or sugar, anything you want to use. So just add that right on into your mixing bowl. I use honey in a lot of my bread recipes, so I like to buy it in bulk. I got this big jug of it from Costco. This is 5 pounds of honey, and it was only $15. So I thought that was a steal. But like I said, you don't have to use honey. You can use sugar, maple syrup, anything like that will work just fine. Next, I'm going to add 2 teaspoons of instant yeast. I like this SAF instant yeast. I buy it in bulk, I store it in the freezer, and I get it out right in time to make bread. But I'm going to use 2 teaspoons of this instant yeast. Now, if all you have is active dry, then that'll work just fine too. It might take a little bit longer for your bread to rise though. So I recommend instant yeast in this recipe. 2 teaspoons. To sprinkle it right on in there. After the yeast, now I'm going to add a teaspoon of this pure vanilla extract. Just going to add this right on into the liquids. Now, this isn't going to make our bread taste like vanilla. It's really just going to enhance the flavors. I think it's really good in cinnamon raisin bread. Now I'm going to add some oil. I'm going to add 1.5 tablespoons of oil. I'm going to use this olive oil. You can use any kind of oil that you want, or you can use melted butter. Either will work just fine in this recipe. So I'm going to add 1.5 tablespoons. I got this with my latest Azure standard order, and it's really good. I'm pleased with this. Now it's time for the flour. I'm going to use bread flour in this recipe, but you can also use all-purpose flour just fine too. Now, I also bought my flour in bulk from Azure Standard. This is their unbleached organic bread flour. So I'm going to use 3 cups of this bread flour, and I'm going to add it right into my mixing bowl. I like to buy it in the big 25-pound bags. A 25-pound bag will fill up a 5-gallon bucket just like this really well. And then I like to cover it with these really awesome Gamma lids. And this is how I like to keep it in my pantry. Okay, so 3 cups right on in there. If you're looking for a fresh milled flour recipe, I recently shared with you how I make my fresh milled flour cinnamon raisin bread, so I'll be sure to leave that in the description. Now I'm going to add some salt. I'm going to add 1 teaspoon of salt. You can use any kind of salt that you want to in this recipe. This is my favorite one. This is the Redmond's Real Salt. I'm going to add 1 teaspoon. Just don't pour it over your mixing bowl. It's a really pretty light pink color. It's kind of like the pink Himalayan sea salt, but this one's from North America. So that's kind of fun. Okay, so 1 teaspoon of salt right on into your bowl. Now, these are all of our ingredients for our dough, but before I get this mixing, I'm going to go ahead and get my raisins ready. Now, I'm going to add a cup of raisins, and I'm going to add these into a little bowl. Now, this is kind of a fresh package of raisins. If they're a little bit dry, then I might soak these in some warm water. So if yours are a little bit pruny, then go ahead and soak them in some water. But mine look good. So I'm going to add 1 cup of raisins. I'd say this recipe is best with about 3/4 to 1 cup of raisins. Next, I'm going to add 1.5 tablespoons of cinnamon. This is going to give us some really great flavor. So I'm going to add this right on in with the raisins. Okay, so 1.5 tablespoons. And then I'm just going to toss these. Now, when you use flour or cinnamon to toss your raisins, then this will help it disperse throughout the dough better and not sink to the bottom. So this should help. Now, these are ready. Now, I'm not going to add these until after my dough is kneaded. I'm going to add these at the end of the knead. If you add them now, then it can break up your gluten strands before they even develop, and then your bread won't rise. So let's get this kneading, and then we'll add this at the end of the kneading. I'm going to let this knead for 5 minutes. I'm going to let this go on speed 3 or 4 for my artiste. If you don't have quite as good of a mixer, then you might want to let yours knead maybe for 6 to 8 minutes. But for me, I know about 5 minutes is perfect. So I'm going to get this going and let this knead for 5 minutes. My dough has been kneading for exactly 5 minutes. Now, as yours starts to mix and knead, you're going to want to read your dough. You want to look at it. If it's sticking to the sides and to the bottom of your mixer, then add a little bit more flour. If yours is looking really kind of dense, dry, crumbly, then you know that it needs a little bit more water or milk. Now, so many things influence how much flour or water you need. The climate, the location, the temperature, the weather that day. I live in a really humid environment, so I might have to use a little bit less water than you. So if you live in a dry climate, you might need a little bit more water. But look at this dough. Isn't this nice? Now, it's tacky, not sticky. It feels nice and moist, not too dry. It's nice and smooth. So that's how I know that this dough looks great. Now, I'm going to put it back in the mixer because I still need to add my raisins tossed with my cinnamon. So I'm going to just pour those right on in there. And I'm going to let my mixer mix these up for another minute or two, just until they're all combined and evenly dispersed throughout the dough. If your mixer has a little bit of trouble with this, you can do this by hand too. I'm going to close the lid just so I don't have a big cloud of cinnamon. I'm going to turn this on just to speed 1 or 2 and let these all incorporate. While my raisins were getting incorporated into my dough, I went ahead and prepared my cast iron loaf pan. I love the cast iron loaf pans. There's none of those chemicals or coatings to get into our foods, so this is a great, healthy way to go. It also bakes your bread amazingly. So this is an 8.5 inch by 4.5 inch cast iron loaf pan. I did pour about a tablespoon of this olive oil and just rubbed it all around the inside of the loaf pan. Now it's time to shape our cinnamon raisin bread into a loaf and stick it in the loaf pan. So you want to press out your dough really well. Just press it out, press it out. If you have any extra raisins that are falling out or still in your mixing bowl, just press them into your dough right now. Now, I'm just going to roll it into a really simple log. It's just the easiest way to do it. There's lots of different ways that you can shape your loaf of bread, but this is a simple way. Just roll it into a log, pinch those seams together really well, pinch the ends together. And I have raisins falling out everywhere, so I'm just going to stick those back into my dough. Once you have those seams pressed together really well, pat out your dough a little bit. Flip it over so that it's seam side down. Oh, this is gonna be so yummy. It smells so good already. And look at all those raisins. Okay, now that my loaf pan is prepared, I'm just gonna put this right on into my loaf pan. Since this is a 1-hour recipe, we skipped the first rise. We're gonna go straight to the second rise. So while my oven is preheating to 350 degrees, I'm gonna put this on top of my oven. It gets nice and warm, so that's gonna give a really good warm environment for this to rise. I'm gonna let this rise for 20 minutes, and then I'm gonna throw it into the oven to bake. I'll show you what it looks like in 20 minutes. I let my dough rise in the loaf pan for 21 minutes. It's been exactly 21 minutes, and I did cover it with plastic wrap just to keep it from drying out while it was rising on the nice warm stove. So this is what mine looks like. Look at that. It rose really well. If yours isn't rising quite so well, try to get it in a warmer area. If you can do that, it's gonna really speed up the rising time. If you need to, just let yours rise a little bit longer. It'll be okay. Now, I have my oven preheated to 350 degrees, and I'm gonna let this bake for 30 minutes. I'll show it to you when it's done. Our loaf of 1 hour cinnamon raisin bread is fresh out of the oven. Look how good this looks. It's baked perfectly and it smells so good. I let this bake at 350 degrees for 30 minutes. Now, I like to turn mine out from the loaf pan immediately, and then I like to take a little bit of melted butter and just brush it all over the top of the loaf. You might lose a few raisins like I do, but that's okay. This will give you that yummy buttery flavor and that really nice soft crust. That's really why I do it. Instead of putting it on a cooling rack, I like to just take a tea towel and cover up my loaf of bread. That warmth, the condensation will give you a really good soft crust. I'm gonna let this cool just for a little bit, because if you let it cool, you're gonna get a better crumb, better texture out of the inside of your bread. But I'm gonna slice into it in just a few minutes and I'll show you the inside. So this cinnamon raisin bread took about 10 to 15 minutes to throw everything into the mixer, get it kneaded up, add the raisins, shape into a loaf, and then we let it rise for 20 minutes, and then we let it bake for 30 minutes. So in just about an hour, you have a really great loaf of cinnamon raisin bread. This one's still too warm to cut into, but this is homemade bread. You get to do it whenever you want. So I'm gonna go ahead and slice into this bread. It's nice and soft. The butter really helps with that. Oh my goodness. Look how pretty. It has this really pretty cinnamon swirl inside, kind of like a marbling. Look at that. That looks really good and really pretty, and it smells so good. Okay, I'm gonna slice into it a little bit more. I just love this bread, and what I love even more is that it only takes an hour to make it. This is so fast, and really you end up with a really great loaf of bread. Look at that. Raisins all throughout it, the cinnamon marbling, fantastic. So pretty. Okay, I'm gonna take a little bite of the heel because this is my very favorite slice. It tastes really good. This is such a good, soft piece of bread with a lot of flavor. That vanilla, the cinnamon, the raisins, the honey really just makes this so tasty. If you want to give this recipe a try, I'm going to leave the printable recipe down in the description and on my website, Robin on the Farm. This is my 1 hour cinnamon raisin bread, and I really think you should try it. These are our handmade beeswax bread bags. This is what I like to store all of my homemade breads and baked goods in. These are made of 100% cotton, saturated in organic beeswax, and they're just a healthier alternative to plastic bread bags. My daughters and I make these together, and you can find them on robinonthefarm.com. We would love to send you one. I also think you'll like my 1 hour sandwich bread. It is delicious. Thanks so much for being here with me on Robin on the Farm. I'll see y'all next time.
Robin's in the kitchen, dough beneath her hands, wheat from the fields and eggs from her land. Sunlight through the window, a warm golden glow. She's working hard to make that dough. With flour on her apron, loving each knead, ground wheat fresh, sowing her seed. The smell of fresh bread rises in the air. Simple life.